Coming up is our Tip of the Week segment. This is a segment where we show you a trick or two on how to use a certain feature on your phone or in a given app. If you have a tip that you would like to share with our listeners, feel free to send us such a tip to contact us at blindandroidusers.com. And now for this week's episode, here's your Tip of the Week.
And here's the tip of the week for this week.
Hi, Warren here for Blind Android Users Podcast, and as we continue with our App of the Week series for episode 248, App of the Week, I would like to continue with our series that is the miniaturized series of the features found on the Pixel 10 series. Thus, for today's episode 248, I'm demonstrating a feature called Take a Message, something I would like to dub as Bring Back My Retro Answering Machine. For today's demonstration, I'm utilizing my Pixel 10 Pro XL running Android 16 and Android Accessibility 16.x. I am on the home screen and will now navigate to the phone app, and that's where this feature is found. Something, though, that I would like to believe that this is something that is found on every phone that's running the Google phone app, as we know that Google is notorious for pushing out features of the new phones to other phones, especially if you're using a Pixel phone. I haven't tried on my Pixel 9 to be sure, but I would like to believe that this may be the case. I will now navigate, though, to that phone app and go look at Take a Message. Let's get started.
Phone.
I'll tap.
Phone. Selected. All button. In list 5.
We're now in the phone app, and what we want to do here, though, is tap on that open navigation drawer found on the top left corner of the phone. I'll now do so.
Open navigation drawer button. Out of phone. In list 4 items.
In the pop-up menu, what we want to do is tap on Settings.
Settings. Radio button 2 of 4.
And I'll tap.
Settings. Back button. Out of list.
We're now in the Settings window, and there are lots of items here, but what we are looking for here is a Take a Message item. I'll now scroll down and tap on Take a Message.
Take a message 11 of 27.
Here is Take a Message. I'll tap.
Take a message. Back button. Out of list.
We're now in the window that says Take a Message, and on the top right corner is an on-off switch, which by default I believe is turned on, or maybe I turned it on. But here's what I'm talking about.
Take a message. On. Switch 1 of 2. In list 2 items.
And below that we have the description of this feature. Here's what that description is.
Get voice messages, filter spam, and view real-time transcripts from missed or declined calls. Find transcripts and audio for all calls handled by Take a Message in the Home tab, 1 of 2. Your carrier voicemail handles missed calls when your phone is off or out of network. Take a Message won't use data or Wi-Fi, but standard calling charges may apply. Learn more. 2 of 2.
And that's the description of the feature. In other words, this is a feature that works as long as your phone is on. So if someone calls you and you decide to not answer the call, or you miss the call and the person leaves a voice message, that voice message will be taken down for you on your phone. It's not related to your carrier. This is what I like about it because, for example, with my carrier, it only allows for the saving of 20 messages or receiving up to 20 voice messages, and once that is full, it cannot take any more voice messages. Therefore, I really like this feature because it is locally on your phone and the limit is your phone storage. I hope that this is something that becomes available to everyone because I really like this feature, and as long as you're using the Google phone app, I would like to believe you too will have it. And once that happens, all that needs to happen whenever you want to check those messages is to simply launch the phone app, and you'll find both the audio and the text message of the audio if you don't want to listen to the voice messages, but simply read the text transcript. And that would conclude this week's episode. And as always, I want to thank you for listening. And if you like what we're doing, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for listening.
So I'll just start by getting the elephant out of the room. This is obviously copying voiceovers, or not voiceover, iOS's live voicemail feature, which they introduced in iOS 17. But which is not a bad thing. I mean, they copy our features, so we could copy theirs too, right? So I'm glad to have it. I was actually glad to see it here because I have been a little bit jealous of that feature. I'm not gonna lie, but the implementation I'm not a fan of in a couple of respects. The first being that you have to actively decline the call for it to work. So if you're not at your phone and you just let it ring, it will still go to regular voicemail. It will not use this take a message. You have to actually hit decline when you're getting the call to take the message. That's the first thing I'm not a fan of. The second thing is that the voicemail that it saves doesn't go into your voicemail tab with your list of your regular visual voicemails. So you have to actually find it by going to the call history and opening like the history between you and that person, and then you'll be able to open the transcript and listen to the message from there. So it's a little unorganized in my opinion. I wish it would just put them in with the other voicemails. But the most important thing that I'm a little upset about is I basically couldn't figure out how to use it with TalkBack, because what happens is the text that it displays as the person is typing is just one element, and as the person's talking, it's refreshing that element. So as they keep talking, what TalkBack does is it just, as that element refreshes, it starts reading it over again. So you can't like swipe through the conversation that the person is leaving. It just keeps repeating like the first thing or two that they said. So you can't actually sit there and monitor their entire voicemail and decide whether or not you want to pick it up or not. So I was a little disappointed with that. Do you have anything you want to add, Warren, or a rebuttal to that?
Well, my rebuttal would be that this indeed, the whole idea is that if you're not there, I believe you don't have to decline the call. If you call me and I'm not there and you leave a message, both my voice message from my carrier and this feature will both have your message. And at least that's my understanding of it, because we're going to be trying it on here live. Yeah. But another thing, though, the whole idea of leaving a message, I see it as an answering machine. That's why I call it the retro answering machine, because if I'm not there and I don't want to answer the call or whatever, when you leave me a message, it's there. And what I like about it is the fact that my carrier, for example, only allows me to receive only 20 messages or whatever, and when that is full, it cannot receive any messages anymore. So with this, for me, it's a lifesaver, because I've missed a lot of messages that people try to leave me a message, because I'm one of those that never delete my messages and all of that. And so this is, for me, indeed, is a lifesaver, because when I was on Google Fi, for example, I literally have like almost 2,000 voice messages on there because there was no limitation. So I like this, but I think that what you're talking about, whatever the message while someone is leaving the message, that sounds to me more like the phone screening or call screening, where you could say, hey, who is this? You tap on who is this, and then they can respond to it, and you see what they're saying before you answer. But again, let's go ahead and try. You call me, John, and I'm just going to let it ring until you leave a voice message. I'm not going to decline the call. So I have my phone sitting right here in front of me, and we'll just demonstrate that for you guys live on here.
All right, let me get my... phone here. Call Warren Carr on speaker.
Would you like to call Warren Carr?
Yes.
Calling Warren Carr.
I hope I didn't put my phone on silent. Oh, there it is.
10:16 a.m. Touch the fingerprint sensor. Phone. U.S. mobile verified.
All right. So it's ringing on here. I don't know if the call is if it's being canceled out, but it's still ringing.
It's ringing here too.
Okay.
Lock
The person you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
phone call volume set to 29%.
Okay. So that did sound like it did answer it. It wasn't answering it on mine for some reason. So
Screen
this
lock.
is the message that I am now leaving for Warren to go back and review, I guess. All right. I'm hanging up now.
Gemini. Open Gemini app.
Okay, so you've left me a message. I think if there's any complaint that I have about this, would be I would like to be able to record my own message saying, "Hey, sorry, I missed your call. Leave a voice message or leave a message." I didn't find that, but I'm gonna go into my missed calls now, see if that message got taken because I believe it should be taken.
10:17
So
a.m.
let's see.
Press firmly on the sensor. Lock device unlocked. Kareem Lebanon said.
Oh, let me get out of the message.
Phone has one notification. Phone
All right.
selected.
So when you go to your phone app, it's in the home tab.
Selected. Home. Tab 1 of 3.
And so we're
Enlisted
going to
3
look
items.
at the,
Get banner. Today. Heading. Out of list. John Dyer. Mobile. Missed call 1 minute ago. In verified. Caller's message. HD. From Virginia. Transcript. Okay. So that did sound like it did answer it. It wasn't answering it on mine for some reason. So for period. This is the messa.
so you tap on this.
Showing
And
items 1 to 5 of 53.
when you tap on it, though, you have the text and you also have the play button. Let's see. Where's-
Okay. So that missed call.
So there we go.
Okay. So that did sound like it did answer it. It selected. Home.
Whoops.
Okay. So that did.
So
Next steps.
there's the next step.
Ensure Warren reviews the message.
Okay.
Next steps are AI generated
gonna-
and may summarize sensitive content. Learn
Okay.
more.
I'm going to
Showing
tap
item.
on
Play button.
play. Whoops.
Yeah, it comes out of the earpiece, so we might not be able to hear it.
Let me. I'm going.
It wasn't answering it
Speaker
on mine for
button.
some reason.
Showing
So-
items 2 to 5 of 53.
This is the message that I am now leaving for Warren to go back and review, I guess. All right. I'm hanging up now.
So
All right,
Jump
so go.
play button.
So now
Well-
go back to the see if it shows up in the voicemail tab for you. Because
no,
for
no,
me,
it wouldn't be in the voicemail tab because the voicemail is from your carrier. This one is on your device. This is an on-device
okay.
thing.
So
It has nothing to
that's
do
my
with the
complaint
cloud.
then. I think they should all be together.
No, it shouldn't because
Well,
this is
because
not
Google
coming from the
decided
carrier.
differently, right? And Google's always right.
Yeah, but well, no, it's not about Google being right or wrong, but Google explained in the process that this is different from your carrier. So it will take both the message from your carrier. If your carrier voice mail is not full, it will take it. But in the event, this is why I
Yeah.
like it.
I'll
my
have to figure
carrier is
out
full.
why mine's not doing that
yeah,
though, because
then this-
mine's going straight to my carrier voice. Well, I shouldn't say straight. If I don't decline it, it goes to my carrier voicemail, and I don't know why that is.
You have to turn the feature on,
Oh.
though.
No, I've used
Yeah.
the feature. This is why I know it's garbage. So should we even bother demonstrating monitor, like actually screening it, like
Well, but
looking at
that's
the text?
scroll screening is.
No, I'm not talking about crawl screening. I'm talking about monitoring the message they're leaving. Should we even bother demonstrating it?
Maybe not because
Like I said, it doesn't work.
If someone calls me, I'll answer their call. The whole idea is that I'm not there. Or I
Well,
don't
Warren,
wanna
don't say
talk.
the whole idea because
I don't
there's a
wanna
button
answer
that
the call.
says join call. So like there's a notification that shows up. It says taking a message, and then you can open it and you can look at what the person is saying, and you can decide whether it's important enough to answer the call or not and still answer the call. So the whole idea is not to only leave voicemails.
So maybe if it's refreshing, probably it's going to be hard for the screen reader to read. I'm looking at it. You know, it's probably like maybe call screening could be refreshing. I mean, probably call screening is a little bit better, but I think maybe this one is refreshing in real time as well. So it may make it a little bit harder for the screen reader to keep up with. But I think what excites me about this is that I now have my old answering machine bring it back, and because this is on my device, it's not somewhere out there. But the only complaint, like I said earlier, I would love a situation where I record my own voice saying, hey, you know, I'm sorry, I missed your call, just leave a message. I haven't figured out a way to record my own greeting.
So I did figure that out. You can do it from the voicemail settings. Like if you go into the phone settings and then go to voicemail and record your greeting, it will save that as the greeting for both your carrier voicemail and this. So yeah, you can record your own.
Neat.
So that makes one of us happy.
Yeah, well, I'm very happy then.